daggone, I mean, in and out within an hour. I mean, from the time I pulled up, checked in, loaded, secured, 1 hour. I mean, you can't beat that. And I'm about to eat breakfast. So heading to Indiana. Now the plan is to deliver tomorrow. I just got to get there before 3 o'clock. I think it's scheduled for Wednesday. It might change. I'll double check the dispatch later. But here's where trip planning comes in. All right. So by some crazy chance I can't deliver tomorrow, there's a truck stop right up the road. It's like 3 or 4 miles, probably not even that far from the delivery place. So if I don't get taken tomorrow, or something happens, I just park at that truck stop. It's like, it has about 30 spots. So no harm, no foul. But that's the plan. Try to kind of get back in front of the revenue. All right. So it's hot, but got dispatched fairly quickly, loaded fairly quickly. I drove about 30 miles to come pick up. It's the first time I hauled these. Pretty self-explanatory. Real friendly people. I mean, places like this, you wouldn't mind delivering or picking up every day. Running dedicated out here because you get loaded fairly quickly. I think what took the longest was just checking in and getting the paperwork, and that really didn't take long either. They just had to make sure they had the stuff ready for you to go, and that was about it. But all security ready to go. I'm gonna eat some breakfast and then find fuel, grab a case of water, and see how this day works out. See you on the next one. All right, that wasn't bad at all. I think I was here about an hour. Sometimes you gotta take the reviews that you see online with a grain of salt. Same thing when somebody says, oh, such and such is a bad person or such and such is a bad company. Hey, you gotta do your own research. So I did see on the paperwork where it said you have to take a test to gain access. You get a badge, a security badge, or I ain't gonna say a security badge, but a badge to get access to the facility. It's good for a year. The video's about 8-9 minutes. I'll call it 10 minutes. And you take a 15-question test. You gotta get 80% to get access or to get your badge. After you get your badge, you go back to your truck. You come to get scaled on, and then you follow your directions from there. Like I said, delivering is very simple. Picking up is probably gonna be different, but the biggest thing is just getting your badge. Once you get your badge, everything else is downhill. So there's, like I said, folks complaining about that. Now, you fail that test, you're going to take it twice a day. If you fail it, you got to come back. So I guess apparently folks, they probably failed the test, and you got to come back. You got to let them know you can't pick up. It's on the paperwork if you don't pass. So only missed one question. It was a dumbass question. It says what PPE item is not required outside of the truck. And I just put everything, but you don't have to wear your gloves outside the truck, but you do have to wear your eye pro and stuff like that. Vest, long sleeve shirt, pants, or boots. But I didn't say that. So whatever. So I had a 90%, missed one question. Now we're waiting on a load, so I'm not expecting much. Got 7.5 hours of duty time, and I got about less than 6 hours of drive time. So, but regardless, though, it's still a win for me because I delivered a day early. I had it scheduled for delivering tomorrow. That one gonna fly. That one gonna work. Like I said, if by some chance I couldn't deliver today, then there was a Roadies right down the street, and I just would have hung out there. But now we wait, because in theory I need directional freight, and I delivered a day early. Ain't nothing you can do. So, but very simple process. But don't cut the line. Them guys was getting hot. Like I said, you got to come in, you got to stage. You come in gate 3, you stage. It's 3 lanes. So you kind of just like the honor system. Like, okay, if you see 3 trucks ahead of you, you know it's not your go. You let those 3 trucks go, and then you go. 1 truck on the scale, 1 truck behind. So you can kind of tell the guys ain't never been here before. They're just railroading the damn scale, and he's on the CB like, hey, you can't be staging at the scale. So only 1 truck on and 1 truck off. So yeah, like I said, some guy cut the line. Them guys was hot, but maybe he made them get out of line and drive back around. Who knows? But like I said, once you get inside, they scan your card. You gotta have that card. I ain't gonna show it to you. Don't even matter. But it's not a little ID card. Like I said, it's good for a year, and they scan it every time you come in and come out of the facility. But pretty neat. I actually need to go online and leave a review for this place because it wasn't that bad. Like I said, I mean, it kind of sucks, but rules are rules. Every place is set up a certain way for whatever reason. So it's 2 o'clock. Let's see where we're going next. See you on the next one. All right, y'all bear with me for a little bit. It's a little windy. So I drove about 35 miles to pick this up. These are some fancy blocks. All right, fancy bricks, for, building all that good stuff, landscape, whatnot. Very simple. Like I said, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, 1 on every pallet. Now these here, I've had these edge protectors for Lord knows how long. But I keep those for stuff like this. Got some crazy looking bricks, so you got some extra protection right there, along with the straps. Two on this one and your X strap. Now, it'll be some smart ass is gonna be like, well, why don't you put the X strap on the front one, right? The very first one. That first box is probably about maybe 100 pounds, if that. I can move it with my hands. So why would you put an X strap on that to stop, 45,000 pounds? You put the X strap on the main load, and that'll be okay. But you got your X strap that's gonna stop all that in theory. All right, so put the X strap on the heavy stuff. All right, I could have put a 2-inch on that. Hell, I could have put that in the front seat with me if it wasn't on the pallet. All right, but very simple. Going about 280 miles. Now here's the thing about trip planning. Now it had me going back down US 27. All right, now I took US 27 coming up here for my delivery this morning / afternoon. All right, I'm not gonna take US 27 back because it was at least 3 detours. So I'm gonna take the outer route. I'm gonna annotate it and turn it in to get credit for it. Because I'm not gonna go back down 27 knowing daggone well there's at least 3 detours. Seriously, there's at least 3 detours coming up 27. So I'm gonna hop on 30 and then take 75 south and then take my exit. I won't make it there tonight. It says no parking. This place here says no parking. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of daggone space out here. But they probably don't want you parking out here for whatever reason. But literally there's a truck stop next door. So if I had no time, I'll just drive over there and park at the truck stop. But like I said, sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Like I said, if you're out of time and you just happen to park up out the way, you should be okay. Depending on what time you get your time back, you'll be gone before anybody comes in. All right, so very simple day today. Thanks for everybody that tunes in. All my first timers, welcome. To my regulars, to my regular truck buddies, thanks for coming back. All right. Nothing fancy, But I think I got about 4 hours left on my clock. Should be about 4 hours. I done I done D'd around a little bit, throwing my straps. But yeah, very simple, man. This is like the second time I done had bricks / pavers. Very simple. You can't mess this up. But anytime you run across these, and this edge protection here, that costs, you know, you see them in a truck stop, they cost a pretty penny a piece. And I actually got that from a shipper on some insulation somewhere here in Indiana. See if I'm right on my time. Hopefully about 4 hours. Well, not really. So, ran a little short because I started running my mouth, but no big deal. So I've got 3 hours and 45 minutes. I should be able to get almost halfway, or a good bit of the way. If I can get about 200 miles, or hell, even 150 miles, it'll be fine. I'm going to try to make it back to, not Lexington, because I'm delivering in Lexington, but daggone. There's a place I want to stop at that's right on the other side of Cincinnati. It's in Kentucky. I'm catching a brain fart for some reason. But anyway, all right, truck buddies, we'll see you in the morning.